Hello friends, welcome to Total Recap. Today we are going to explain a movie named Dodak released in 2018. So sit with some popcorns, relax and enjoy this romance/drama movie. This is the story of Madhu and Parthavi. Parthavi is a girl from a high caste, and her father is a prominent politician in Udaipur. On the other hand, Madhu is a regular guy from a normal household. However, they still fall in love with each other, and what happens next is what we see in this video. The movie begins in Udaipur, where a competition called Eat and Run was taking place. There were a total of 5 contestants in the game. Gradually, 3 of them conceded defeat. In the end, only a boy named Madhu and Devilal remained, and Madhu emerged victorious in the competition by defeating Devilal. Then, as the chief guest, Parthavi's father asked Parthavi to present the winning prize to Madhu. Here first time these two make eye contact. After this, we see that Madhu's 4.5-foot tall friend Purushottam and some other boys are bathing in the village pond. But just then, Parthavi and her friends arrive, and they make everyone leave. Then, Parthavi comes to the village pond, which Purushottam informs Madhu about. After that, he goes to meet Parthavi, wearing new clothes. However, where Parthavi is bathing, Madhu jumps into the pond. Because of this, he injures his knee, and when Madhu, his friend, and Madhu's parents go to the doctor, Parthavi also comes to the doctor's clinic to inquire about Madhu's condition. But when Madhu's father sees Parthavi there, he is very angry and tells Madhu that it would be better for him to stay away from Parthavi because they are of a higher caste and have power, which could make things difficult for us. Accepting his father's advice, Madhu starts ignoring Parthavi from the next day. But he can't help but watch Parthavi without her noticing, so the very next day, he goes to see her in her dance class. There, Parthavi notices that Madhu is secretly watching her and finally asks, "Why did you stop talking to me, and why were you ignoring me yesterday?" So here, Madhu tells Parthavi, "My father told me to stay away from you." Hearing this, Parthavi starts ignoring Madhu as well. After this, Madhu makes a lot of efforts to get her attention, such as dancing in front of her and singing in Hindi. But Parthavi is not pleased with this and tells Madhu, "You have to sing in English in front of our entire class." Then, one day, when their class goes on a picnic, Madhu sings a song in English for Parthavi in front of everyone. But there, Parthavi's brother's Roop friend Devilal sees Madhu flirting with Parthavi. After this, he tells everything to Roop, and as a result, Roop goes to Madhu's class to scare him. However, despite this, Parthavi comes to their restaurant to meet Madhu, where Madhu gives her his phone number. That night, he stays awake until midnight waiting for Parthavi's phone call. But Parthavi calls him in the morning, and since then, Madhu secretly goes to meet Parthavi. Now, they had both become friends, and because of this, Parthavi had also fallen in love with Madhu. So, she tells Madhu, "I love you," and after that, Madhu also shares his feelings with Parthavi. After a few days, Madhu asks Parthavi to kiss him. But Parthavi challenges Madhu that if he can come to her brother Roop's birthday party, then she will kiss him. In the next scene, we see that Madhu goes to Roop's birthday party with both of his friends and even dances there. However, Devilal sees Madhu and Parthavi entering a private space. After that, he informs Roop about everything, which leads to Parthavi's brother and father coming there and separating them. Madhu and his 2 friends are severely beaten, and Parthavi's father confiscates her phone. Due to the upcoming elections, Parthavi's family eventually let go of Madhu and his friends, and when they return home, Madhu's father scolds him severely. After this, we see that Parthavi's father, Ratan Singh, had won the election. Now, since he had power, he used the help of local police officers to beat up Madhu and his friends at the police station. When Parthavi finds out about this, she goes to the police station and requests her father to release Madhu and his friends. However, when her father still doesn't agree, Parthavi threatens to pull out a police inspector's gun and threatens to shoot herself. Then she takes Madhu and escapes from there. Throughout the night, Roop and his other friends try to find Parthavi and Madhu, along with their 2 friends, but they cannot locate them anywhere. The next day, Parthavi and Madhu board an anonymous train and flee from their city, Udaipur. Now, they have arrived in Mumbai, where they encounter many difficulties. They don't have money, so Parthavi sells her gold earrings, which allows them to have some food. Madhu calls his uncle and explains his situation, after which they go to his uncle's place. But Madhu's uncle was worried that Parthavi's family might eventually find them at their home. So, he advised both of them to go to Kolkata, and Madhu's uncle arranged a rented room for them in the house of his friend in Kolkata. Afterward, Madhu and Parthavi both arrived in Kolkata, where they met a man named Sachin. Sachin then showed them the bathroom and the room where they would be staying. Parthavi found this very strange because she had come from a palace-like home from the beginning. From the next day, they both started a new life, and when Madhu went to look for a job, Parthavi began to feel scared. Initially, Madhu faced a lot of difficulty in finding a job because he didn't know Bengali, but thanks to Sachin's recommendation, Madhu found a job as a waiter in a restaurant. Madhu shared this good news with Parthavi, and for her survival, he suggested that she also find a job. Now, since Parthavi was good at English, she started working in a company called Just Dial. However, she was missing her home a lot, so she tried calling her mother, but she can't have courage to talk to her. Afterwards, when Madhu receives his first salary, he buys a mobile phone for Parthavi and goes straight to her office. But there, he sees Parthavi having street food with her company manager. Madhu feels very hurt upon seeing this and begins to suspect that Parthavi is cheating on him. With this thought in mind, Madhu returns home. Later, when Parthavi returns home from work, they have a heated argument about this issue. Parthavi tries to calm Madhu down, but during this time, Madhu's two friends come to meet him. Seeing them, Madhu and Parthavi become very happy, and as an audience, we learn that they have also opened a sweet shop in Varanasi. Madhu realizes how wrong he was to argue with Parthavi. Afterward, he goes to apologize to Parthavi, but this time, Parthavi is not willing to listen. Here, Madhu grabs Parthavi's hand, preventing her from going to work, and tries to talk to her. However, when Parthavi doesn't listen to him, Madhu slaps her. Madhu regrets this slap when Parthavi leaves him right there and takes a taxi away. Afterward, Madhu searches for Parthavi at his home, calls her, but she doesn't answer. He even goes to the railway station to find her, fearing that Parthavi might leave for Udaipur. However, when he goes to her office later and sees Parthavi working there, he regains his trust in her and realizes how much she loves him. Due to a small misunderstanding, their argument had escalated significantly. However, that evening, Madhu goes to Parthavi and apologizes, and this time, Parthavi forgives him. A year later, they officially get married, and their love grows stronger than ever before. A year after that, Parthavi gives birth to a son, and now they are both very happy in their lives. In Udaipur, on the other hand, Parthavi's father, Ratan Singh, loses election. Now, since their marriage had been several years ago, Parthavi had secretly started talking to her mother about it, and she informs her mother that they have also bought a new house. However, while they are talking, Parthavi's father catches her, and he simply asks for his son's name and hangs up the phone. After this, the scene shifts to the Madhu and Parthavi's new house. Madhu was still at work, and Parthavi's son Aditya was at the park with his aunt. When Parthavi opens the door in response to the doorbell, she finds her brother and his friend standing there, bearing many gifts for them. Seeing this, Parthavi is both pleasantly surprised and astonished at the same time. When Madhu returns home from work, he is equally astonished by the sight of the gifts and the presence of his friends. Meanwhile, Aditya also returns from the park, which delights Parthavi's brother. Afterward, Parthavi insists on bringing sweets with tea, despite Madhu's attempts to stop her. As Parthavi leaves to get the sweets and heads back home, her brother and his friends drop Madhu and his son Aditya from above. This leads to a tragic accident, resulting in the immediate death of both father and son. This scene is quite heart-wrenching, and the movie ends with this note right here. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to watch content like this.